Hey up, I'm Guy Kestevan the Testaman, and this is my live ride review of Schwalbe's Wicked Will. I've tested them in a load of different carcasses and compound flavours, but have I found a situation it really works in, or is Wicked Will just a bit meh for mixed conditions UK riding? So Wicked Will has been around for a couple of years, and during that time the number of options has grown significantly. So now 26 different Wicked Wills to work with, and the one I'm riding today is Super Race Carcass with the Addict Soft compound, which you previously only used to be able to get on Sparks, Scott Sparks with a long travelled fork, but now they've made it available aftermarket as well, which is a thoroughly good thing, because that soft compound makes a big difference to the kind of usability of this tyre. Because in the Addict Speed Grip compound, this is, I have to say, quite a sketchy piece of rubber when things get wet and slippery. Just because you've got a very shallow tread that's also heavily ramped as well. So, I don't know, it's definitely a tyre I've never been massively convinced by, and if I'm honest, in the conditions I generally ride in, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of slithering about on this Wicked Will, especially when things are wet, because while there are side knobs on it, they're a very long way over, and there's not much to help while you're getting to them. So you have to really caricature the lean angles with this tyre, and frankly, that's not always possible. Brian's going to play hell with me about taking him down the muddiest route, but say la vie. I mean, this would definitely be a route that's better suited to something like the Knobby Nick, or even Rocket Ron, which is kind of where my concerns about the Wicked Will being a useful tyre in Schwalbe arsenal come in, because it's not as grippy as the Rocket Ron, but I don't feel it's as fast either. But it seems to get a lot of love in the comments from people riding in warmer, drier areas, which does make a lot of sense. You know, that shallower tread is going to be a lot less of an issue in those conditions, or even sections like this, you know, where it's gravel, it's all good. But as soon as it gets remotely sloppy, and you just actually get some bite into the trail, it's lacking that kind of toothiness, but still feels a bit draggy. And also, while it's listed as a 2.4, again, it actually only blows up to about 58 mil at operating pressure, you know, around 20 psi on a 28 mil internal rim, which is what I'm running on here. It's only about 58 mil, which is the same as Schwalbe's XC tyres. Whether they're listed as a 2.4 or a 235, they're all pretty much the same undersized volume. And then on the back, as you'd expect, that shallower, ramped tread pattern does mean it rolls faster than perhaps damp or knobby nick. I don't think it rolls massively faster, and also I don't think it gives significantly more grip, certainly not in mixed conditions, than the massively underrated, seldom seen rock razor semi-slick, which was my personal secret weapon tyre, or the new Rick XC, which is what I'm running today on the back of the Cervelo, which has blown me away with where it will find grip, considering how properly extra gear fast it is. And also, what options you've got depends what carcass you go for. So there aren't many options in this lightest super race, 816 grams. Most of the size and width options are in super ground, kind of midweight Schwalbe Carcass, so that's where you get the 225, the 24 and the 26 in both 27.5 and 29, and then that takes you up to just shy of 900 grams, and then if you go up to 960 grams you get a super trail, which I have used, and the only time I have used it, that's the one Wicked Will I slashed punctured. And to be fair, once I start pushing it, it's not a bad tyre, as long as you do, you know, caricature lean it and let it, whoa, use those side edges. But in the centre, you can probably see this is just twisting around all over the place. I mean, all right, this is the Velo with its XC angles, but this is just sliding all around. Oh yeah,
I think from a different angle.
yeah. But the bottom line is I'm continually having to tell myself to trust it rather than just naturally having, whoa, that love for it. Because as you can see, even in the soft compound, it's still doing stuff like that to me without warning, just because, you know, I'm just sitting on that rounded crown rather than getting down to the side knobs. It's only if I fully like ham it up and get the lean on, I get those side knobs to play with. I don't know if this is even a trail. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yes, it is a trail. Yes! Where's this go? Where's this go? Where's he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? What? Sort of, maybe? I don't know. It was vague. Well, we're somewhere. Don't actually know where. Yeah, we're completely lost now. So that was fun. And in theory, well, this is the kind of situation where this tyre makes sense. Groomed, kitty litter, sort of bike park trails. And it definitely, you know, it's fine. It's faster than a full knobbly. Depending on compound, you've got good grip on it. But you get just as much grip on something like a racing Ralph, which would roll faster and be lighter in the same carcass, and it would actually be the same measured size as well. So again, it's just a little bit underwhelming, really. I mean, not to the extent, if you've got one, you should get rid of it, because they do come OEM on quite a lot of bikes, and that's fine. You know, wear it out, but when you come to replace it, I think there are definitely tyres that do a better job in more natural situations, or more kind of groomed situations. You just kind of, I guess, you know, it's just a classic compromise tyre rather than having a specific strength. But then, seeing how much I've raved about all the Schwalbes I've tested recently on the race side, it's good to have a bit of a tyre from them I'm not totally mad keen on about, because it makes me look a bit less biased. But yeah, definitely not my pick from the German range. But if you've got them, don't get rid of them. So what are we saying? And to be honest, I've been delaying this review for a while just to make sure I was confident in kind of being I'm confident in my verdict, because really what we've established, this isn't a tyre for this kind of riding where it's often damp, rarely dry and hard pack, which is, I would imagine from looking at the tread, where this tyre would really shine. And I know from the comments on other tyre reviews, there's a lot of you running Wicked Wills, but then those comments, a lot of you are going, I've got Wicked Will, should I try something else? So maybe it's not just me. I think the best thing to do is for me to kind of carry on nursing it down here as best I can, and you to get busy in the comments with your feedback on which will you ride, and whether you think it's wicked in a, you know, wicked good mate, or wicked in a slightly treacherous, sketchy sort of way. Whoa, whoa, because I know what I was feeling through there. But gotta say again, Super Ace Carcass, what a beautiful way to build a tyre, because it definitely feels better in this Super Ace super soft spec to me than it does in all the other models that I've tried. But realistically, I think most people are going to get on well with the Wicked Will should probably get it in the speed grip and just make the most of that slightly faster rolling and the rounded crown. Got so stuck into the riding then, literally in these conditions, that I nearly forgot the sign off. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, throw us a few quid on Patreon. If you really love what I'm doing on the channel, I want to see it prosper further. But I've been Guy Kestevan on Guycast TV. On my final summary ride, after like a good 2 years or more of riding this tyre, on Schwalbe's Wicked Will family. Okay for the dry, rocky, hard stuff that kind of grips anyway, and the Carcass and the compound are as great as ever, but that tread pattern, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to, you know, fill that gap between now Nobby Nick's more aggressive and all their race tyres with a sort of downcountry tyre. But like a lot of tyres that came out at that time, it's just not quite as good as the trail tyres, but not quite as good as the XC tyres either. But maybe that's kind of the eternal curse of a downcountry compromise. Anyway, like I say, let me know in the comments if you're a Wicked Will fan or you're not. And then we'll have a full roundup from the global Schwalbe using family, which is where these reviews really become useful. Thanks for your time, and see you for the next one.